Here we are in the last Tuesday of Lent for 2020. Um, so I'm feeling even better than yesterday. I don't have any cramping at all. The end game's working out much better. So still a little loose, schnibbly. Um, and again, this has always kind of been my blog, but I just thought I'd make it public to document my trek through my weight loss since October of 2019. And I pretty much hit, I guess, where I'm supposed to be. It's kind of depressing because I'm not losing any more weight. Aw. But at the same time, I'm not really, I'm not gaining weight. So I'm now solidly in the 80s for kilos. I don't think I ever hit 80, but I'm 6 kilos away from that. But I guess if I hopped on my bike and really did some pre-eating, fasting workouts, I could probably get pretty lean. But yeah, there's no reason really. I feel great. And I eat when I'm hungry, and I eat all I want, and I'm never hungry. In the sense of like, I hear my family, they're just like, oh, I'm so hungry. Like, I don't know what that feels like anymore. I remember it, that I gotta eat something at all costs. Nah, that's long gone for me. And it's good. It's one less problem that I have to manage in my life, right? So, since food takes time to grow and prepare and all that kind of stuff, I'm pretty good about it. Today's video, I found a Dr. Berg video, and then I found a second video that kind of gives some more information on a very interesting technique apparently found out or developed in 1924. Guys, most of the healthcare stuff we know is over 100 years old, and we've just decided to ignore it for medicines and symptom relief. It's the old, well, you have the symptom, therefore that's the cause of the disease. That's exactly what they do, and they think if they give you medicine and eliminate the symptom, which is literally interfering with the body's communication to tell you, hey, we got a problem here. It's kind of like big tech censoring everything. Some of us have stories to tell you, hey, this is possible, this is what's going on. Boom, and big tech is the social medicine that covers up the symptom so that you can't find the source of what's actually causing all of our human misery and suffering. I have this feeling we've been here before, and I have a feeling Genesis kind of tells the story of how we reemerged as the greatest species on the planet, but I think we've been here before. And I think it's, Einstein even said, I don't know with what weapons World War III will be fought, but I know World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. So when they say blow us back to the Stone Age, I just think there's an underlying theme here. We get to a certain point, this Tower of Babel, this Facebook, just social media in general, we get just all of the stupid people in the world with their stupid opinions all the time, just anytime they want, anonymously spouting garbage and nonsense. And it just winds up making everybody mad at each other, and the guys with the power wind up wiping out pretty much everything, including themselves, which actually makes them stupid, according to the 5 laws of stupidity, by a guy named Cipolla. Look him up. So anyway, back on this test. Kind of like when you have your knee and they go tap and your foot kicks. Okay, well, you can kind of do that with your ankle. Pretend this is your foot, and this is your ankle, and this is your leg, and this is this is your head. You're kneeling on a couch, and you just whack it with the end of a butter knife. Obviously, not the sharp part. Bang, and the ankle should bleed, right? If it goes, okay, then the chances are very good that you actually have hypothyroidism. Now, what that causes, then you have to go find the cause. What we know, 90%, this is the number that's thrown around, of Hashimoto's is an autoimmune disease. And according to Dr. Berg, Essentially, if you eat gluten, it is a hormone imitator, or it's a cell imitator. It's something in the protein of gluten looks a lot like your thyroid, believe it or not. So if you're still eating bread, that is, if you're still eating wheat flour that has gluten in it, if you're still eating that stuff, chances are good your body is seeing that as an invader. It's leaking through your gut. Your body's becoming inflamed, and now it begins to attack everything that looks like gluten. And guess what? The little butterfly right here kind of looks a lot like gluten to your body, and so your body starts attacking. And then you grow like little nodules as your body begins to attack itself. So one of the remedies is to just stop eating gluten. Corn tortillas are fine; they don't have gluten. As a matter of fact, I think corn tortillas are interesting because they slack it with stuff called cal. I think it's calcium. I can't remember the name of the stuff, but essentially they boil it, and then they peel this calcium gets into the corn. Number one becomes nixtamalizado, right? It's called nixtamal by the Aztecs, who developed this, and they wound up being able to actually live on corn. But it also takes the cascara, the skin, the casing off the corn. So that casing is apparently what holds all the lectins, which are these poisons for the body. So who knows how they figured it out, when they figured it out, but they figured it out. And so eating ground corn tortillas, if you have to have some form of flatbread or bread, so to speak, and as long as you're fasting sufficiently, even Dr. Fung says you're probably in good shape. I mean, the Chinese people, Asians in general, have eaten white rice, not brown rice, white rice for a long time. Brown rice, again, I think it contains these lectins, these poisons. But they eat a ton of white rice. The thing is, they don't eat all the time, and they actually fast for maybe 14, 15 hours a day, just because, again, they don't eat all the time. So I think that's really the key. If you can get to a point where you're eating what you like to eat, what satiates you, what makes you, like Dr. Berry say, comfortably stuffed, and if you're able to fast 16 to 18 hours a day, I think you're in really, really good shape. That's what I do. I essentially eat one meal a day. Sometimes I'll eat 2 meals a day, but I never eat more than a 6 to even an 8-hour window. So at worst, I'm fasting 16 hours. All right. Normally, I would fast probably 18 hours, which even kicks in autophagy quite well for me. And then I don't really understand compressing to 4 hours. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's like within 4 hours, it's even too close for me to eat again. You know, I'm so full. But no, I don't mind eating one humongous meal at 2 in the afternoon, which is essentially noon sun time here now because of the time change. I like that. I like eating right at noon, center of the day, right? Sun is as high as it's going to be. You come in, you eat for an hour, hour and a half, and then you're done. Dark comes, your stomach's been empty for, it empties in like 5 hours. So your stomach's been empty for at least 2 to 3 hours by the time you go to bed. I'm in my Gloria, man. This is wonderful. So anyway, you can do this little ankle test, and you can check this out. I'll link the two websites from Dr. Berg and this other doctor that, I don't know if he's a doctor, but at least he tells you kind of the technique and stuff. Berg's getting a little snarky, but that's okay. I don't mind. And he's absolutely right. He says you follow all these quote-unquote experts, but really very few of them are real clinicians. And any clinician that opened his or her mouth during this whole 2-year period has been shut up, snuffed out. But luckily I caught them and downloaded all their stuff before they got zapped. But your academics and your researchers, whatever, man, they're in the theoretical world. They don't see the day-to-day patients. So Berg has seen several thousand patients, if not more. I mean, he was in practice for 30 years. chiropractic. I mean, they do know a thing or two about bones. Dr. Eckberg was also chiropractic, and then he became a holistic doctor. So, again, these are guys who find the sources of problems, not just symptoms. So anyway, if this can help you, that's great. And we'll see what we can do down the road here. So again, I don't know what I'm going to eat today. I didn't even eat all my food yesterday. Just I ate till I was full, and that was it. And I got full quick. But I did wind up putting down about 4 eggs, so that's a good thing. All right, guys, we'll talk again soon. Bye.